Welcome to Black Girl Say Something, where this black girl has something to say. And I just want to pop in for this Friday episode to let you know that we will be posting an episode to our YouTube August 30th. So please share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok. The link will be in the description of this episode. But I'm going to get right into it. You know, I've been reflecting the last couple of weeks. School is back in for the university. My kids went back to school on the 12th, and I think about how if I would have kept that professor job, I would have been having to go to work the week before they actually went back to school. And I also would not have been able to take my son to New Orleans for his birthday because I would have to be at work. And so I saw like a quick clip. I guess he's a pastor. I'm not quite sure, but it was like a motivation clip or whatever on TikTok where he said something to the effect of, or I'll tell you what I got from it. Blessings won't cost you your mental health. And so I remember thinking like getting that job was a blessing, but it was just for the moment. And when it started to cost me my mental health and all this agony, I just knew to step away. But in part, I'll add to this. Through this healing process, I have come to find that I no longer wait to see how things are going to play out, or I no longer wait to see how things are going to get better. And the quicker you get out, there's no harm, no foul, no love, no loss, right? And even with me working at the university, there were some more seasoned professors that told me just work here for 2 years because staying here, you're not going to grow. But when I think about it, I did sign a contract, which was 1 year, but technically I had worked there 2 years because I started in 2022 and left by 2024. That's about 2 years in academia. So, you know, not going back was so beneficial, but I don't know who needs to hear this, but when I heard it, I was just like, wow, the blessing will not cost you your mental health. Your mental health is not a trade for the blessing. And so when we pray for the job that we want, we have to make sure that we're asking for it to not sacrifice our mental health. You know, sometimes we pray such a surface level prayer or we manifest such a surface level what we want, a desire, only for us to find ourselves in a situation that we have no control over or to find ourselves in a situation that we want out of. And so the relationship is not going to cost you your mental health. The love is not going to cost you your mental health. The job, the whatever it is that you deem to be a blessing in your life, it should not cost you your mental health. And so that's where I'm at. And funny enough, I'm so annoyed with the university that I left because I'm guessing they did not update their records because I'm getting calls to my personal cell phone for students needing help with registering. And it's like, I don't work there anymore. So contact the chair. Here's her name. Here's her number. And of course I talked to her, so I let her know, hey, you know, students are still calling me, asking me to help them register. And is the university not aware that I'm no longer there? Like, can y'all let the registrar's office know? But with that being said, I'm in such a better place. Business is doing what business needs to do. The children are adjusting well to the new school year, which is what I hope for everyone else who's listening who have children. And for their parents, let me tell you something. Getting up and not being the one that actually has to go to school is so draining because it's like, get up. I have such a large window before I start seeing clients that I may have to schedule people a lot earlier. But I do that for the sake of I hate traffic. So I don't want to like drop my kids off at 7:30 and have a 8 o'clock client because I'm not going to be able to get to them at 8 o'clock. So my schedule starts at 10. So in that time, I'm like doing all the administrative work. My daughter did such a great job working for me this summer. So I'm not having to like sift through records as often or like not find the records, I should say, because she organized everything so meticulously and doing the data entry and everything. Like that job that she worked for me this summer was so amazing. But with that being said, I am so grateful for where I'm at right now. I know people are talking about like the stars and the planets and Mercury being in retrograde. And yeah, it is, and it happens. And I don't want to ramble on too much about that as I am a novice in that field or that area of astrology. But the blessing won't cost you your mental health. So with that being said, if something that was shared resonated with you, share this with at least one person. Remember, you can tune into Black Girl Say Something every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be some links in the description of this episode where you can interact with us outside of the podcast. And I appreciate each and every one of you that listen, that shares, that likes, subscribes, that sends emails and messages whenever an episode does not air. And thank you for being invested in the fact that this Black girl has something to say. Thank you for listening.